News. With 3 local elections gaining national attention, Democrats trying to turn them into a referendum on Donald Trump. Former President Obama on the campaign trail in New Jersey and Virginia, claiming the country's in a pretty dark place right now. And in the New York City mayor's race, President Trump tells CBS 60 Minutes that if it's a choice between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time. Election day tomorrow after a rousing weekend of early voting.
Voters in New Jersey and Virginia elect new governors on Tuesday, 2 races that have attracted National Party leaders to the campaign trail. Fox News polling last week shows Democrats in both races leading their Republican opponents. The economy, immigration, energy cost, and health care are dominant issues. New York City residents are also electing a new mayor in a race that has energized progressives. 34-year-old Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani holds a commanding double-digit lead in polling against former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who failed to win the Democratic nomination in this year's primary election. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Another weekend U.S. military strike on a narco-terror drug boat. Fox's Alexandria Hall.
Trump administration's position is that cartel strikes do not fall under the War Powers Resolution because troops are not being sent into hostilities. Within the resolution, hostilities is kind of vague. It's been interpreted differently in the past, but action, it did kill 3 men who Secretary Heggs has described as narco-terrorists carrying illicit drugs to the U.S. He added a promise in his post. The department will treat them exactly how we treated al-Qaeda. We will continue to track them, map them, hunt them, and kill them.
Another controversial Trump policy hits the Supreme Court this week. The High Court hears oral arguments on whether President Trump had the power to impose sweeping global tariffs. President Trump tells reporters it's also national security.
This month, Pure Talk is supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat vets struggling with PTSD. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. Sure, I like the unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and you will too. But you will love being in business with a company that shares your values. Dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Day 34 of the government shutdown matches the 35-day record tomorrow. Senators return to work following another 3-day weekend. The floor opens late this afternoon, perhaps giving senators enough time to get through airport flight delays caused by tower staffing shortages in the shutdown. Texas Congressman Jody Arrington tells Sunday Night in America on Fox Democrats need to play ball.
They are on the wrong side of these 80-20 issues down the line, from the border chaos to crime to boys competing with girls, and now this.
Democrats voted 14 times not to fund the government.
The government shutdown is now entering its 2nd month, and there is still no end in sight. Millions are feeling the strain as food stamp delays grow and federal aid dries up. Healthcare premiums are also rising. The main sticking point is over Obamacare subsidies that are set to expire soon. Republicans want to reopen the government at current spending levels first and then negotiate the issue, but Democrats say the subsidies must be extended before any deal.
As for the air travel delays, half the towers at U.S. major airports have been reporting staffing shortages since late last week. And as we get into November, concerns about Thanksgiving travel. Fox's Christina Coleman.
In New Jersey, the average flight delay at Newark Airport is about 2 hours, and some flights are more than 3 hours late due to staffing shortages. Now, this comes amid a surge in air traffic controllers calling off of work as they deal with growing financial stress and pressure. Nearly 13,000 air traffic controllers have worked for weeks now without pay due to the government shutdown. And there are also some long flight delays at Austin Bergstrom Airport in Texas due to staffing shortages.
Newark and JFK continue to be the most delayed starting off today, according to FlightAware. Some Republicans predict Democrats will fold their opposition to opening the government later this week or next after Election Day passes, because the shutdown chaos maybe gives them leverage. I'm Therese Crowley. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news A jury convicting former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy of second-degree murder in the death of Sonia Massey. Sean Gracie shot and killed the unarmed black woman in July last year after she called 911 over a potential intruder at her Springfield home, sentencing January 29. The governor's taking action to help Illinois farmers dealing with the negative impacts of President Trump's tariffs. He signed an executive order declaring an agricultural export crisis. Through the order, the governor is directing state agencies to take immediate action to enhance domestic markets for agricultural commodities and support for families. City of Champaign continues to make strides in their effort to stop gun violence. Wednesday night was a step in working to stop these shootings before they change lives for the worse. That's why Chicago-based community health organization Aclivis is coming to Champaign. Last year, they stopped almost 2,000 interactions on the brink of turning violent. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, I should not have brought it in. I could not throw the extra candy away. We had a little extra candy, and they're Dum-Dums and whatever the things in the wrappers, a sweet. Anyway. Tootsie
like the
Roll.
Jolly Roger stuff?
No, they're just the little itty-bitty...
Smarties?
Smarties.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had a little extra. I think we still had over 100 kids, but a lot of our street was dark, not participating. Uh-huh. And so I think people drove by, let's go down here, and more lights on.
That's right.
Yeah, lights on mean come get Greg Solier's food. And that's
yes.
We
didn't have a big turnout. I don't know, maybe 40, maybe 50. In our part of the world here.
Only a dozen for me because we're in the old part. We have lots of trees and you can't see the street lights.
A little spooky down there.
Yeah. And I was playing Thriller and Monster Mash. And
it was happening on your street.
Were you piping that music out there?
I was. I had my speaker on the porch.
I had 14-foot speakers booming. The neighbors were getting hot.
Those vibrating ones.
11:30 at night. Come on, man. Anyway, a lot of fun. Halloween. We had a lot to talk about this morning that happened over the weekend. Stand by. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
It is Champaign-Urbana in downtown Philos where we are. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier. He knows all about the weather. He's got a good one planned for you. Our weather brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you that, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is important, but that was days ago.
It's
now,
November.
1 in 5 people do not know they have diabetes, a common health complication. You can find out more about diabetes prevention and management at carl.org.
Yeah, forget my candy. Don't eat it, Diane. We don't need that. It's too much sugar.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And now I have this forecast for the Caribbean or Dominican Republic, wherever I'm going. I'm heading out on Thursday, Greg, for vacation.
A little cruise action down in the Caribbean, so we don't need any hurricanes going on.
Right.
No. Tropics are quiet. Those are well out to sea. So and it's been a pretty relatively quiet tropical season down there. So you ought to have a pretty good go of it, Diane.
Thank you.
Well, forget the fact that air traffic control's not getting paid.
Yeah.
All of that.
There's that.
Delays in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Greg Solier, tell me what you got. I think it's a good week.
Yeah, it is. A good part of the week is mild, daytime typical average normal highs for this third day of November. 56 and 36 high and low respectively. Yeah, sundown this evening at about 4:48 or so. But hey, the sun is up in the weather office window here and out and about here in East Central Illinois with temperatures that are generally speaking seasonal with upper 30s and low 40s, about 37 or so here. And Philo, Sydney, you get over towards Savoy and they're about 37, 39 at Rantoul. Mild much of this week. We'll get a little typical reminder of what's down the line here later in the month. Has some colder days, nothing worse than that. And then another turnaround back into readings well into the 50s and pushing close to 60 for next week around here. So, and no major wet weather systems as well expected the next 5 to 10 days if you're trying to cross the T's, dot the I's on fall fieldwork 2025. Up to 62 today, sun-filled, west-northwest wind on the increase at 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusty. Keep an eye on that kind of fire potential on some of that dried out tender vegetation, hot engine equipment. Sometimes you can spark things. We've had already some of that on a couple of occurrences this fall season. Down to 36 tonight, 63 tomorrow, partly sunny. Winds will come back around southeast to south. Not as cool tomorrow night, lows to the 40s and a mostly sunny to delightful. Play hooky if you can for the lunch hour. Wednesday at 67, increasing clouds Thursday at 61. We get a cold front, 2 of them to come on through here. First one on Friday at 64, dropping temperatures, maybe a little rain in the morning. We won't get out of the 50s here on Saturday on a stiff northwest southwest wind, a couple of sprinkles around, then only 47 next Sunday. Next Monday at 48, over the readings down into the mid to upper 20s, but then moderation of temperatures for the following week. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solke.
We are a bowl team. That is big, and we're happy about it because before the year in August, I said I want a bowl. The national championship stuff was out of my brain. Now I'm kind of thinking we need to start thinking like that. So I've gone through the process of accepting that I'm a bowl team and I need to be a bowl team every year.
Okay.
Because we had to go, it's kind of that crawl before you walk. Mm-hmm. Except you always have to asterisk Indiana. They started sprinting before they crawled. And what that guy has done at Indiana is ridiculous.
Kurt Signetti.
20 and 2?
Google him.
20. Exactly.
It sounds like what I need.
No,
to
he's
do.
he's the man, and they'll build a statue if he stays at Indiana. It's crazy. Anyway, so I thought crawl then walk, and now I'm thinking, this program. Brett Bielema kind of said, I guess we're bowl eligible. That wasn't his goal.
Right.
He has ratcheted up all of our expectations. Mm-hmm. By the way, Halloween into an 11 a.m. game, not so good for students.
Yeah.
Students were like.
We were all a step behind.
Yeah, just a little bit. But anyway, the game was good. We beat Rutgers easily. And we're 6-3. You got a week off. Our friend Mike Loxley will bring Maryland in week from Saturday. All kinds of rumors about him losing his job.
I see.
They were chanting, "Fire Mike Loxley."
Oh, no.
Well, Indiana went out there and beat him 55-10.
Ooh, boy.
At their place, at home.
Indiana, man, they're a force. I mean, how many of their games have been that high scoring? Practically all of them.
It's pretty impressive, but we are a bowl team. We are playing extended 15 more practices going somewhere.
3 regular season games left. We had 210 rushing yards, 445 yards of offense. I thought it was awesome.
Well, it was a solid victory against a Rutgers team that can hit you pretty hard.
35-13.
Yeah. Okay, so we win that one. Now we've got to shift our focus to basketball. There's a game tonight that counts.
Actually, we have some tickets that I could slide over to your digital wallet thanks to Parlor Donuts. Drop by there today. Yum.
Yeah.
The layered donuts and the coffee and energy drinks. It's delicious at the Old Farm Shops and 2 locations of Jet's Pizza. 217-359-2255. Illini or IL and BB for basketball. We'll get you tickets to that 7:30 game against Jackson State.
Yeah, want to see what you got, right? You don't know your team yet. We're all learning their names. Brett Bielema, after the Illini beat Rutgers Saturday.
Well, first, just want to say thank you to the crowd, obviously, to have a 4th sellout in a row. And I knew it was going to be a little bit later arrival, a little chilly, 11 o'clock game. So, but I looked up in the middle of that first quarter and saw atmosphere that our guys are getting used to playing in front of, and I think our guys really took that to heart this week. I challenged them about let's do what we got to do to have a home field advantage, and thought they really did a good job of prepping. Offense, defense, special teams. This team presented some unique challenges in what they do. Greg and his crew, from a special team standpoint, bring a lot of different issues and problems, and I thought our guys answered the challenge special teams wise, even down to that last punt that we obviously executed, and then I think offensively. Barry and his crew to let Luke have those moments, right? And I think 4 different guys caught touchdown passes today, which shows the depth and the ability of that group. Hudson Clement is a guy. I know Thursday we were sitting in a staff meeting and Step made reference. He thought he might have had his best week of practice, and I think that showed up out there today. I grabbed him and Ashton Hollins before the game today and said, hey, I'd really enjoyed watching him practice this week, and it kind of played out. And defensively, give a lot of credit to Aaron and our defensive staff and our players, right, to answer the bell. This was the Big Ten's leading passer, right? So obviously there were some good things that they have done prior to, but I thought our guys were very aggressive all day. Put them in a couple 4th downs. I know they converted the one early, but even just I thought it was fitting to come down there at the end to have that defensive play to walk off the field was an awesome feeling. So super excited for our program. Obviously a bye week coming at a good time. We can just take this week, take a deep breath, kind of get some of our guys healthy, and then we'll get ready for a 3-game stretch with Maryland here at home that will be a fun way for us to kind of kick off after the bye week, hopefully change the results from bye week 1 to bye week 2 in that regards. But we'll take some time here to do what we got to do and get on track.
All right, Brett Bielema after the ball game. Again, week off. They like those particularly this time of year when we're all kind of banged up. And then Maryland, again, I had heard Mike Locksley had been fired. I can't confirm that. I know he's on a very hot seat out at Maryland. They're 4-4 with a lot of young, quick, talented, athletic guys. I'll be in a week from Saturday, and we'll take on Maryland to try and finish strong. The more wins we get now, the warmer our climate is when we play in our bowl.
Absolutely.
Right now, if we were 6-5, we'll be in Detroit.
That's right.
If we go 9, we're back to Florida.
Yeah.
Or somewhere
Is
warm.
it Orlando, probably?
I don't know where they'll play. Who cares? Wherever
Right.
it would be warmer and
Absolutely.
it'd be 9. But we'll also keep in mind 9 is a number. We'll have done something we've never done in the history of Illinois football well over 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
That is when 9 games in a row, 10 was what we had last year, and we have a chance to do that again. So pretty cool. All right. So elsewhere, you just, if you missed the World Series, it was one of the greatest. I'm going to talk more about that as the show goes on. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. It was unbelievable what happened in the last 2 baseball games there.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss that. But we got basketball tonight. You had the Chicago Bears in a game that would have been one of the worst losses ever in the history of the Chicago Bears. It was horrible. They were winning with 3 minutes to go, 41-28, was it? And then they got an onside kick. Unbelievable, but the Bears hold on WQQB Q96. You heard Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer get excited when we scored a touchdown with 17 seconds left.
That's right.
It's a good Bear win, but a pretty bad game for Cincinnati. Well, kind of bad for the Bears until they pulled it out. I mean, if you're up 13 points with 3 minutes to go, you're supposed to win that.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Carolina beat Green Bay 16-13.
What's that? That's Green Bay. Carolina's 5-4, by the way. So obviously they're not the worst team in the league. They're good. They're actually good.
Pittsburgh over the Colts 27-20. Senator Chapin Rose is checking in.
Well, Senator, I got to get. You can't call in 10 minutes. I got to talk to you, man. You're all over the internet. You're a star. You're more viral. This is unbelievable.
Let's go back to something that's more important, which is bowl down, baby.
Bowl down, baby. Bowl down.
I love it.
And so yes, we are. We're trying to finish here at 9-3, which should be a really good feeling. But can we call you back in a few? I've got a couple of things.
That's fine. Yep. No
I got to play what you said online at 4:28 a.m., baby. I got to play that.
All right, sounds good.
I'll talk to you in just a minute.
Thank
Senator
you.
Chapin Rose, we'll catch up with him about some of the things Illinois is doing to you.
Right.
We don't know, and we're such a super minority if you're in the Republican Party, that there's nothing the Republican Party can truly do. But everything's going up. And we're giving illegals a 1,000-foot head start. Could you please tell me how that makes any sense?
I don't know.
Okay, here's an illegal. You got 1,000 feet, buddy. What? Why? Why are we doing that? So we chase them, and then bad things can happen in the chase? What? Tell me what sense that makes. You're either going to say, don't arrest him, or leave him alone. Or arrest him, I guess would be one choice, but not here in Illinois. Weather brought to you by Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, the Indoor Aquatic Center is a great choice. All kinds of health and fitness options, too, and great programs into the fall and winter. UrbanaParks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, other than a sprinkle over the past weekend. Pretty much quiet and eventful. Nice milder spell expected into the first half of this week. A little more typical late November feel on a stronger cold front for the weekend early next week. Then a moderation of temperatures and a quiet weather picture as well. Plenty of opportunity for back 40 and backyard work. Sunshine milder today, 62 on an increasing west-northwest wind. Partly cloudy for tonight, down to 36. Winds a little diminished from the west-northwest, turn back southwest for the day. Tomorrow, south wind, partly sunny, mild still at 63. Into the 40s tomorrow night. And a mostly sunny, milder still Wednesday. High temperature around 67. Up to 61 with increasing clouds on Thursday. Maybe a little rain in spots here Friday morning. Partly sunny, turning cooler, low to mid-60s and dropping. Chillier weather Saturday, 55. Maybe a quick passing shower. Then some colder air briefly in for Sunday and Monday next week. Probably a hard freeze early next week. Daytime readings in the upper 40s. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Kenvue, the maker of Tylenol, has been sold to Kimberly-Clark, which produces Huggies diapers and many other products. It's a $48.7 billion deal. Kenvue also makes Neutrogena, Band-Aid, and Johnson's Baby. Kimberly-Clark also makes Kleenex and Cottonelle. BP is selling its interest in midstream refining to investment firm Sixth Street for $1.5 billion. The Wall Street Journal says BP is looking for ways to pay down debt. The midstream business handles transportation, storage, and processing of oil and gas before it reaches markets. Glencore says it is planning to close its largest copper metal producing operation in Canada because of environmental issues and the expense of upgrading the facility. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, talking to lawmakers weekly from opposite sides of the political spectrum about the issues of the day and how Americans can find common ground in a politicized world.
That's just not happening on Capitol Hill. It takes leadership, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Along with all your Bret Baier favorites like the campaign, the candidates, the all-star panel, and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group. Some of the things that sellers can do to increase the value of their home.
We get this on almost every listing appointment. Hey, Nate, what can we do to increase the value of our home? We want to sell in a couple weeks. Are there some simple things we can do around the house? Or there's some major things that we can do around the house to increase the value or get a return on our investment? And again, not every home is created the same and not every situation is the same. So if we walk in there, there's definitely some items that we can do. Paint, floors, and hardware are the easy items where you get your biggest return out of every time. That's easy to say. But there's a lot of times where we'll get questions from sellers where they're asking us, should I update my bathroom? Where should I stop on my floors? Should I redo my roof? Should I do mechanicals? And I think a lot of that plays into the overall scope of your goals. We like to get into the house when it's really not even ready for the market. We can get in there and usually save that seller a lot of money and a lot of wasted time and energy by just offering some simple advice on how we would treat it if it was our own.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. He is the man, and here he is. He is Ben Quattrone, managing partner, owner of Sarah.
Good morning. And November is here.
Yes,
here we go.
Yep. Well, okay, so you are the man. So you are holding some Illinois Jackson State 7:30 tip-off basketball tickets that people might be interested in, sir.
Yeah, I think they might. 4 together in the 100 level. Always good seats, right? Wouldn't give away seats that I wouldn't sit in, and somebody can take their family and have a good time. So.
Okay, so this is the 100 level. For those of the townies, it's section kind of A, isn't it? I mean, it's down there, and it's a little off.
They're always good. They're always good seats.
Yeah, everything you have is good seats. Mm-hmm. It's
This is true. It's my weakness. It's my that's what I love. Is
well
sit
connected.
as close as I can.
Yeah, no, I've seen your feet on the floor. That's it. If you ever get a chance to sit in the front row, it is a completely different experience because not only are you at the game, you're in the game.
Yeah, they could be on your lap.
No,
diving for a ball.
you're just like you're actually in the ball game, and those are
You
just,
really are.
It's
a totally different experience. Totally different experience.
All right, so I've got 4 great seats, 100 level from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone. You need to simply what do we
Sarah,
that's right,
please,
and spelled correctly
because I've got a lot of ILBB.
Yeah, those are the what we prefer to give away is the little higher seats so they can earn yours someday, right. Ben. That's what we do. so what we got you send in a line item and we'll put you real high. Anyway,
it's 10 rows from the top. It's not the tippy top.
Hey man, you're in the house. Okay,
that's right.
Leave me alone. Ben makes me look bad. Come on, man. Anyway, so you text in Sarah, but it has to be spelled correctly. And you'll really enjoy the ball game.
And they're out of the gate at 359-2255.
Here they come. I'm not telling you how to spell, but if you spell it improperly, you're out.
That's right.
You're out.
No,
you're just out, man. Sarah Champagne. By this time, you gotta get it right. Obviously, it's an open book exam. You can look it up. So anyway,
Ben, kudos to the people on the used car department side because I was in and out in an hour and a half and solved a problem up for my daughter in Milwaukee. In fact, the team even said we can run this up to Milwaukee if you want. Diane.
How about that?
I just happened to have a Saturday night open that weekend, but it was terrific.
That's
and
amazing.
I gave them some parameters of the kind of mileage that I was looking for and the kind of dollar amount I was willing to spend, and they said we're gonna make this happen for you, Diane, and by golly, they did.
90 minutes, really?
Yeah.
The guys are really good at that. We're really trying to get better at managing customers' expectations on time. Once we know what they want to buy, it's kind of hard to say, oh, it'll just be a few more minutes now, but
yeah.
It's really not. It's really longer than that. So we're scheduling deliveries, and people can go and come back and sign paperwork later. We've really, really streamlined the process, especially on the new car side, especially in Subaru.
I'm not sure there's been a better dealership, folks. I mean, you really going everywhere there. So service focused, taking care of you. It's pretty much unbelievable. All right, Ben Quattrone, we'll be in touch.
Thanks, Ben.
Later today, my friend.
All right.
Thank you.
Go Illini.
Go Illini. All right, Ben is offering 4 great seats in the 100 level for free from Sarah Champagne. He's managing partner, owner. So all you got to do is text in Sarah, 217-359-2255. If you are interested in Sarah's tickets for tonight's Jackson State 7:30 tip-off, 4 tickets, 100 level means low.
That's right.
Wow. Okay, cool. Hold on, I'm texting in right now.
Well, there's a lot of people texting in.
Yeah.
217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line.
Okay, and this might be really bad planning because they're kind of spontaneous with Ben, but I'm doing a Stever.
Okay.
So somewhere in the Sarahs will be a bulldog.
Okay.
If you want a bulldog disposal doggy bag today, the weather's going to be good all week.
Yeah.
You can get
jump
that thing
on it so you can have things, your car in your garage.
Yep,
this
I
winter.
can get that delivered to your home.
Nice.
And then you open that sucker up and it'll hold like 6 cubic yards of stuff that you can't recycle or give away or there's just stuff you have to throw some things away sometimes. So if you would like a bulldog disposal doggy bag, this is a prize at $215 that I'll pay for. So you get the doggy bag, which is like $35 or $40. You can buy it at Do It Best Hardware, by the way. And then you call Phil whenever you're ready for pickup.
Bulldog disposal.
Yep, they're in Mahomet, and they will come and get it with the cool crane and take it away from your life, and it's all free.
Yeah.
So that's same number. Who planned this thing? 217-359-2255. I did. 2255, the Fisher National Bank text line, and you put in Bulldog for that one and let Diane surf through all the Sarahs.
There is an advanced search option. I can come up with the Bulldog, folks who want
you will not get lost, and you might win this prize, and there's no rush on this one. This is like whenever you're ready, get her done. But
That's
it's not like they need the roll-off dumpster back. So, again, 217-359-2255. Bulldog if you want that offer. Sarah if you want the tickets for tonight. That's what we got. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
It's Chapin Rose, state senator, who's making a post on Instagram or whatever that was, X, I guess, at 4:28 a.m. And then he's also making a very poignant talk on the Senate floor. So we'll get all that with Chapin Rose, our senator for this area. We'll be right back. ESPN 93.5. It is now 7:30.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump putting Nigeria on notice.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria, that part of the world, very bad. They're killing the Christians. They're killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
President Trump on board Air Force One. Rapper Nicki Minaj backing the president, saying she feels a deep sense of gratitude for his defense of Christians.
Kudos and thanks to someone like Nicki Minaj as a Christian, but as someone with the following that she has, and with a lot of followers who may not be paying attention to these kinds of issues, to kind of double down.
U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Michael Waltz, earlier on Fox and Friends. The shutdown reaches 34 days, no end in sight to the impasse. The Senate back in session today, but any vote to reopen the federal government wouldn't take place till later this evening. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Funeral service is set for the 4 family members of Illinois Republican candidate Darren Bailey, killed in a helicopter accident last week. Bailey's campaign announcing his son Zachary, daughter-in-law Kelsey, and grandchildren, 12-year-old Veda Rose and 7-year-old Samuel, died in the crash in Montana. Family of Katie and David Parkhill donating $1 million to Carl's Mills Breast Cancer Institute. It aims to honor Katie's own legacy after she died in August from the disease. During both of Katie's stints with the illness, she was treated at Carl's Urbana Cancer Center that helped them through tough times when Katie was still alive. Illinois State Treasurer committing $50 million to fund zero-interest and low-interest loans to unpaid federal workers during the government shutdown. An estimated 154,000 federal employees live and work in Illinois, and the office says it's uncertain how many have not been receiving pay since the shutdown began October 1st. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date. From the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom, I'm Jim Miller.
At Watts Copy Systems, they offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. If you'd like a free evaluation, you can call them 217-352-0428. Weather this morning brought to you by Busey for over 157 years. Member FDIC. Here's our meteorologist, Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Not a bad spell of weather in this first full week of the month of November. A little bit of a change expected briefly in the pattern over the back end of the weekend, early next week with some colder air on the move. Then back into another easy-to-take weather pattern for next week across East Central Illinois and the Twin Cities. A milder day today with sunshine and 62 degrees this afternoon. West-northwest wind gusty at 12 to 20 for the midday and afternoon. Partly cloudy for tonight, down to 36. Partly sunny for the day tomorrow, back up to a mild high of 63 with a southwest to south wind shifting back into the southeast. Not as chilly tomorrow night, lows to the 40s, mostly sunny, mild 67 on Wednesday, cooler 61 on Thursday. That's still above average. Then for Friday, maybe a little rain in spots in the morning, partly sunny, 64, and falling temperatures are only in the 50s for highs on Saturday. A couple of sprinkles around, then only in the upper 40s for readings Sunday and Monday. Nighttime lows by Monday morning into the 20s. For CBJ Broadcasting Ambulance, Greg Solier.
Hey everybody, it's State Senator Chapin Rose. It's 4:28 a.m. on Halloween. General Assembly just wrapped up its fall veto session. That's the state capitol behind me. And I'm not kidding you, it's literally 4:28 a.m. The Democrats raise your power bills. The Democrats put illegals over the safety of the citizens of the state of Illinois. The Democrats stole your downstate transportation funds, the motor fuel tax, the sales tax you pay on motor fuel tax. They stole it and sent it to the CTA in Chicago. That is the record of J.B. Pritzker and the Democrats who run this state.
About his friends in Coles County that lost their life.
Tragedy in my district Friday night. And Mike Clayton, Coles County board member, and his wife, Gail, were both killed by an illegal drunk driver who had a magazine, extended mag, ammunition, drugs, and of course alcohol in his car. 2 others from my district were life flighted with life-threatening injuries. They are expected to survive. And yet this provides a real-time case study in what will happen if this bill passes. Mike was from Coles County and was on the county board there. It was Clark County, the next county down, where this occurred. So it was the Clark County Sheriff. And the next morning, Pacheco was detained pending the reckless homicide charge, aggravated DUI and all that. But his passenger, who was with him, also illegal, walked out the front door under the Trust Act, under the existing Trust Act. If this bill passes, he would get a 1,000-foot head start on ICE. As it was a somewhat orderly transition. He still wasn't in handcuffs. He was not handed in handcuffs, which would have been the safest way to do it, over. But instead, he'll get a 1,000-foot head start.
Could you please explain 1,000? Is this Red Rover? What are we doing? Why are we letting these criminals get it? What is that, Chapin?
Stevie, it is inexplicable is what it is. It makes no sense. It is absolutely insane. And so, just to further explain it a little bit, so basically what this bill that passed at 3 a.m. in the morning, whatever it was at that point in time, there's still a couple bills after it, that bill would say that there's a 1,000-foot exclusion zone around, the courthouse, all right, in every courthouse in Illinois. And that 1,000-foot exclusion zone would mean ICE could not come within 1,000 feet, all right? So under the existing Trust Act, ICE detainers, for which there was one for this individual that passed from this vehicle, again, ammunition, extended mag, drugs, all the things, alcohol, blah, blah, blah. He walks out the door of the courthouse, even though there's a valid ICE detainer for him. And an ICE detainer is simply a notification by ICE to the local sheriff or whatever law enforcement agency, say, hey, hold that person until we get there. Detain them until we get there, okay? But under Illinois law, the sheriff isn't allowed to enforce an ICE detainer. So the sheriff, the Clark County Sheriff, has to let him go, all right? Now, thankfully, ICE was standing right there at the courthouse door, so the guy walked right out the door into their custody, and he took him into custody, all right? But I would point out that's not the safest way to do it, because the safe way to do it would be to do a transfer while someone's still, in custody wearing handcuffs. But nonetheless, that's the way the law exists today. Now, under this bill, a new bill that JB is going to sign, and JB negotiated, there's going to be a 1,000-foot exclusion zone. So that means that you're literally giving this individual a 1,000-foot head start. What direction are they going to go? Are they going to go into your house running from ICE? Are they going to go into your car running from ICE? Are they going to take you hostage as they run from ICE? I doubt they're going to walk 1,000 feet right into ICE's open arms, right?
Well,
this is insane.
So see, theoretically, they leave
hospitals as well.
They leave the court. They leave the police station. So theoretically, they break my window, hotwire my car, and ICE can't come get them because they're within 1,000 feet.
Or, God forbid, you're in your car and they break in your car and take you hostage.
But ICE still can't come into 1,000 feet when they see a crime being committed.
So here, this is the folly of this. Okay. Ultimately, there's this thing in the Constitution called the Supremacy Clause, and this is why this stuff is so idiotically cynical. Eventually, some federal court, probably not the trial level courts, but eventually, someone like the Supreme Court will explain the obvious to Governor Pritzker and his Democratic friends, that under the Supremacy Clause, Illinois' little law is completely useless anyway. And so ICE can go wherever they want to go in such an event. But my general point is, why are we even having a conversation?
Why are we having a conversation like that?
And why are we going to force a situation where ICE agents and the general public at large are in jeopardy while the courts sort this stuff out? Okay? This is literally insane. And by the way, I don't know if you caught it last week, but last week, the guy that killed the two young ladies in Champaign University Avenue, that illegal?
Right.
Yeah, that guy was sentenced to 30 years in Champaign County Court for his DUI.
For wait a minute, for two deaths?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Stevie. I'm not exactly sure 2 young lives is an even trade at 30 years, but that's what Champaign County courts did with it. So he goes to that guy went to prison. So here's what it is: Mike and Gail Clayton from Charleston are literally the 5th and the 6th deaths at the hands of an illegal that I can think of in our area just in the last couple of years. Of course, you had the 2 girls last year. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. And you cannot sit here and play footsie with people who have already demonstrated a capacity to be a criminal. And you're going to literally let them out the door and give them a 1,000-foot head start. I mean, someone is going to get kidnapped, held hostage, their home broken into, their car broken into, whatever. While these people are attempting to flee.
Beyond comprehension. State Senator Chapin Rose talking about what happened over the weekend in Springfield.
Well, they also raised your power bills too, Stevie.
They what?
They raised your power bills too.
Well,
$8 billion increase in energy costs on the other bill, and they're running around telling everybody, "Oh, we're gonna save you $8 a month." If we only install batteries on wind and solar, we'll save you $8 a month on your residential bill. Now, Stevie, I'm not the smartest guy out there, but if there was $8 per residential customer net of install costs on batteries, don't you think the utility companies would have already done that?
Yeah.
Or is one of the few Democrats who had the stomach to join all Republicans and call this out, Senator Willie Preston. He said, "Why are you putting the risk on this? Why are you putting the risk on this on the ratepayers? Why are the electric customers? Why are you putting that risk on them? This is such a good idea. Why don't the utility companies do it? Why are we having to pay for it? Why are you guaranteeing the risk on the backs of ratepayers?" And by the way, their little study of $8. These are the same people who told us the last 2 times our power bills were going to go down when they monkeyed with the electricity markets. We in the Midwest, the entire Midwest. Illinois now has the highest electric power rates of any state in the Midwest. Before Halloween at 2:00 in the morning, whatever time that bill was, before Halloween morning, Illinois was like at 19 odd cents per kilowatt hour. Kentucky was at like 13 and some cents per kilowatt hour. Okay, so we are by far now. And by the way, the only one that was even remotely higher was like Wisconsin. It was like 2/1000ths of a cent higher than we were. But now that the rate caps are off, and now that this bill is passed, and now they put all this cost of installing all this stuff on the backs of the ratepayers. Now that that's all happened, boom, we're now the highest in the Midwest.
Well,
and these guys, they just keep doing it. They just keep doing it.
Pretty much Cook County and Champaign County and maybe a couple of others will be probably the furthest left state when this is all done. We have a text in, Diane?
Well, and a couple. The liberal Democrats are the crazies that put these laws and rules into effect in the great state of Illinois. Anybody running for a political office campaign must point out how soft on crime these people are, says Rick. And then we had a comment from Larry about, if you have time, can you ask Chapin if anything is being done about health insurance premiums? Our premium alone is going up an additional $1,025 per month.
Wow.
With a higher deductible. How are we supposed to afford this kind of increase, says Larry?
Well, I didn't actually mention that, but there's another bill that might have been before midnight. I can't remember which, on Thursday, that actually will increase premiums even more on small business customers and their employees. And so that would install mandates for coverage for mental health services, which of course then gets passed along in the form of what you pay for your rates. But it does not affect large customers, and it does not affect Medicaid. So, like, the single biggest customer in the state is Medicaid. But of course, the state won't subject itself to the same things it's subjecting all the small business employers in Illinois to. We're just going to raise their rates in the process. The other thing, by the way, if you did it across all fronts, it would actually, you get a much lower rate, even though it's going to be a higher rate, but never mind that for a minute. But the one bill that didn't pass, which was kind of funny in its own right, of all the stuff that was out there, Pritzker had a bill to raise your property insurance, your homeowner's insurance, by about 20%.
What?
And people actually came to came to their senses on it. It passed the Senate, but the people in the House came to their senses and voted that one down. So look, we got one. But like an $8 billion rate increase on power. And by the way, I want to say something. All Republicans voted no on the rate increase for your power bill, every single one. But there were a handful of Democrats who have started to see the light, and I want to thank them for having, and especially Senator Preston. He got up. He's from the South Side of Chicago, Democrat. He got up and said, in his good conscience, he could not vote for the bill to raise the bills on his customers. And I want to thank Senator Preston for calling it out, because quite frankly, until we start getting people on the Democratic side of the aisle, more of them, to agree that people have had enough on their power bills, this stuff's going to keep going.
Chapin Rose, I want you to hear something I got from CNN. It's pertinent based on what the Democrats have done and why they're just a mixed up party right now. Listen to this.
And then just lastly, Van
Jones, CNN, he makes perfect sense on this one.
We did see them some people try to protest during the president's address, and then House leadership getting onto them, other Democrats calling them out. They still seem to be wandering around trying to figure this out. What's your take?
Can we ask another question? Do I have to talk about my own party? Can we talk about Ukraine or something? No. Look, man, we're screwed. I mean, we don't. No, Democrats don't know what to do. This is a nightmare. Somebody like Donald Trump, we thought we'd at least have Hakeem Jeffries in the speaker's chair to hold him back if we didn't have Kamala in there to do the right thing. Listen, the Democratic Party is going through a massive set of internal crises. You have a party that got trapped two ways. One, defending a broken status quo that nobody likes because they thought that Donald Trump was going to make it worse. But when you're defending the status quo, you're going to lose. And then offending most people in the country, calling everybody sexist and racist and transphobic and every other name, and then saying, please follow us.
You think that's true? I mean, will there be a tipping point in the state of Illinois where people are going to go, this is crazy?
Well, so first of all, I can't believe I'm saying Van Jones is right. But
I know. I felt the same way.
Pretty much called it. I think you've noticed this. They sort of got a memo to shut up about the offensive language of poking everybody in the eye. And you've seen how they've stopped talking about things like, boys and girls locker rooms, right? Yeah. I will tell you that I think New Jersey is really interesting. And New Jersey for the better part of 50 years has been a solidly Democratic state, with the exception of Chris Christie, right, coming off of the Persian Gulf II, off the attack on the Twin Towers, right? So 9/11. So with the exception of sort of an aberration of coming off of an act of war against the United States of America, New Jersey's been solidly Democratic. Well, this Republican who's running against exactly what Van Jones just said, a defender of the status quo, a defender of putting boys and girls locker rooms, all that stuff. And here comes this Republican who's like, no, I've had enough. And he's actually neck and neck with her for the governorship of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he wins or loses. I think it's tomorrow. But the fact that he's neck and neck tells you that there is something going on here. Mm-hmm. There is a sea changer. I mean, Donald Trump won precincts in the city of Chicago. Okay? It's unheard of in the modern era. So there is something going on. I don't know that it's, at this point in time, it's certainly not a fundamental realignment at this point in time. I can't say that, but there's something going on. And the fact that, and think about this, the off-year elections against the sitting president are usually terrible for the sitting president's party. Yet here's a guy in New Jersey who is getting awfully darn close to winning the governorship. Don't know if he will, but it is mm-hmm. absolutely unheard of outside of a time of war. Again, you know what I mean? It's just unheard of. And so I do think there's that silent majority that's still there. I think that they're still ticked off. I think they still, look at Governor Pritzker. I mean, talk about defender of the status quo. He's actually making our power bills worse. I mean, what do you do? And by the way, what's worse is he's lying about it, which is exactly why I really appreciate people like Senator Preston standing up and calling it out and saying, no, Senator Preston is a Democrat for Chicago. He's like, no. He's like, I can't in good conscience vote to raise the power bills and the people I represent.
Right.
Thank you, Senator Preston.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. I mean, just if you want to vote for it, stand up and say, hey, this is all for the cult of climate change, and we got to raise your power bills another $500 a year to make sure that, we take all the carbon out of the air. By the way, it's way more than $500 a year because there's still 35% of the grid left. And to get to do that, you're talking about probably at least $1,500 to $3,000 a year. But never mind all that. We had one bill in front of us, and it was $8 billion increase. That's what the power company said. The study, they're like, oh, well, here's our study. Their study was done by the same people who kept telling us the past two things were going to lower bills, and they didn't. And by the way, their study was done before this bill was even filed. So your study's useless. It's absolutely useless, people. Don't even. And by the way, I said on the floor, I'm like, this is why nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. By the third time you say we're going to lower your power bills and they keep going up, guess what? Real people know the difference, and they don't believe you.
Well, listen, at some point, we're praying for a tipping point where I know there's a lot of African Americans in Chicago that are upset with what's going on up there with their mayor. And I don't know, maybe it's possible someday we come to our senses and Illinois flips. Governor Chapin Rose, that would sound good to me, my friend.
I like
Absolutely
it.
not.
It has a ring.
Listen, I appreciate you really venting here for us because it's so frustrating, and you're out there fighting for it, and good for you, man. I really appreciate it very much.
The last thing I'll say before I say go Illini, which is the last thing I said, is if all these were such a good idea, then do them in the daylight when people are awake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That ain't happening.
If all of these things are truly good things for the people of Illinois, put some sunshine on them, put some daylight on them, and let the people of Illinois inspect them. Don't do it at 4 o'clock in the morning, okay? Why are you doing it at 4 o'clock in the morning? Because you're trying to hide them. You're trying to hide them. And with that, I'm just going to say go Illini. We're both down. I'm super excited about that. Just the game Saturday is a beautiful day, and I think we're going to win out. That's my prediction.
Let's go, Chapin.
Yes.
Thanks for your time, my friend. Appreciate it very much.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
See y'all.
That's Chapin Rose, State Senator, ESPN 93.5. We jump to our weather forecast, brought to you this morning by Kramer Siding and Window.
And boy, you want to enjoy this fine fall weather and think about outdoor spaces like a deck, patio, or pergola and save 10%. You can learn more about your project at kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Red and vicinity, other than a sprinkle over the past weekend. Pretty much quiet and eventful. Nice milder spell expected into the first half of this week. A little more typical late November feel on a stronger cold front for the weekend early next week. Then a moderation of temperatures and a quiet weather picture as well. Plenty of opportunity for back 40 and backyard work. Sunshine milder today, 62 on an increasing west-northwest wind. Partly cloudy for tonight down to 36. Winds a little diminished from the west-northwest, turn back southwest for the day. Tomorrow, south wind, partly sunny, mild still at 63, into the 40s tomorrow night, and a mostly sunny, milder still Wednesday. High temperature around 67, up to 61 with increasing clouds on Thursday. Maybe a little rain in spots here Friday morning. Partly sunny, turning cooler, low to mid 60s and dropping. Chillier weather Saturday, 55, maybe a quick passing shower. Then some colder air briefly in for Sunday and Monday next week. Probably a hard freeze early next week. Daytime readings in the upper 40s. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Yeah, you might be right. Jim has texted in for whatever it might be worth. The trick play the Bears ran yesterday against the Bengals was the same double reverse play that the Illini ran against USC where Luke Altmaier caught a pass.
Yes.
Got the touchdown.
That's right.
Maybe the Bears coaches are watching our game.
I saw something social media-wise with that play.
Yes.
And saying, what about these trick plays? And then where did we get it?
Well, I'm sure, obviously it's in Illinois. We originated the whole concept of, well, George Halas is the founder of the NFL. Graduated the University of Illinois,
yes.
So we kind of start stuff.
Absolutely.
We get her done.
And
I don't know.
Speaking of this type of talk, we've got Jay Lehman coming in after 3.
Yes, Jay will be fired up, bowl eligible 2 years. You know, it's the first time since 2010.
Oh, really?
Since you've gone to 2 bowls in a row.
Okay.
That's why I said,
We're
Stevie,
due.
in August, I said, whatever you're talking about, I just want to go to a bowl. All right, we got that done.
You were realistic about it.
No, I want more. I want more. Unity plays Monticello in Tolono coming up Saturday. That's round 2 of the IHSA 3A. How about St. Joe Ogden? St. Joe Ogden played an undefeated Benton team in St. Joe, and they won. And who's the kid? Somebody text in to me who the kid was that won the game on a 43-yard field goal.
What?
In high school?
Wow, what a leg.
We want to talk to Thunderfoot. What the heck? A high school kid kicking a 43-yarder? I don't think that's very common.
I missed all this stuff from Spartan Nation.
St. Joe's got to play another tough one on the road. They're like a 14 out of 16 in the seeding.
Okay.
They're like 14, and Benton comes in and loses. Benton had not lost all year. They've undefeated, and they got beat by St. Joe on a 43-yard field goal. That's what I've heard.
Wow.
So congratulations to the young man, whoever that was.
Okay, good job.
The World Series was just, how do I describe this? Both Friday and Saturday were stunning.
Lucas Smith, by the way, 43 yards.
That's the kid?
School record in the game was in Benton.
Unbelievable.
Thanks, Curtis Hayes.
It was in
That's
Benton?
awesome.
It wasn't St. Joe? I thought they
guess
were.
so.
Well, it would make sense that 2 would host. Anyway, that's remarkable. Lucas Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out. Nice job. Okay, World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, 2016, kind of hard to beat. 9th inning rain delay, Game 7, Cubs tied with Cleveland. That was unbelievable. A rain delay in the 9th inning of a tied series and tied game, and the Cubs won. And all the people that have been waiting 100 and some years got their World Series. But what the heck happened on Friday and Saturday? I don't know. I'll remember this.
Yeah.
Because Toronto had everything in place to win this thing. And so a double play ends the game for the Dodgers with a man on third and 1 out. A double play ends the game. And then so Dodgers go to Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're wondering, well, who's going to pitch? Because all that stuff.
Yeah, 11 innings.
All
on
the
Saturday
starters
night.
are coming.
Yeah.
They didn't really use the bullpen. They used just starters. And so the game it's 4-3 in the 9th inning. Toronto's 2 outs away. The fans are standing. They're going gaga. Everybody's got streamers and confetti, and a kid who'd not hit a home run against a right-hander all year hits a home run in the 9th inning for the Dodgers.
Wow, so that made it
4-4. And then the Dodgers and Toronto in 1 inning both throw a man out at home plate. And then in the 10th inning, it's 2 outs. Here's a fly ball deep to left field. The left fielder's not going to get it. Somehow the center fielder comes over, jumps to the wall, inexplicably holds on, and they go to the 11th.
Man.
And then the catcher for the Dodgers hits a home run with 2 outs. And then the bottom of the 9th, Toronto has a runner on third with 1 out again, and they double play. The game's over. It was just
that's crazy.
It was
in the 11th inning.
In the 11th inning. But double plays ended the game both Friday and Saturday night when the Toronto Blue Jays had a man on third with 1 out. Usually you score on that. A runner comes in with a fly ball. And it just it didn't happen. An unbelievable Dodger victory.
Thanks for that synopsis.
Oh, it was my professional baseball player son-in-law came down. I was on the couch trying to watch, was asleep. He woke me up and said, "You got to see this," because he'd seen it get tied, but he didn't know how.
Okay.
And so we watched it together to the 11th inning. And with Jacob and Gracie and a baby, they're sleeping when they can, but he stayed up for that.
That's right.
Anyway, pretty remarkable. And the Dodgers have won 2 in a row. That's the first time since 1975 that a National League team has won 2 World Series in a row. Last team was the great big red machine of Cincinnati with Pete Rose and Johnny Bench and all those guys.
Okay.
All right, the news, that was just...
I think I went to bed early Saturday night.
It was
I
just
missed all of that.
Unbelievable drama. And with Toronto right there, and a kid hits a home run in the 9th inning that shouldn't hit a home run. Those things are what heroes and legends are made of in sport.
Wow.
The news is next. It's coming up on 8 o'clock.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's down to the wire. CJ Papa, Fox News. President Obama flexing his muscle over the weekend, starring at both events in New Jersey and Virginia. Fox's Alexandria Hoff reporting from Richmond.
Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl-Sears, he still does have a climb ahead of her against former Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. According to the latest Roanoke College poll, there's a 10-point difference there with a 4% margin of error. Now, Spanberger's also spending the final day of his campaign here in Richmond at a VCU student event. This weekend, though, at a rally in Norfolk, someone who's become a big name for this campaign made an appearance. Former President Obama, sure, but Democrat Attorney General candidate Jay Jones also took the stage. Of course, his text message scandal that fantasized about the political murder of an opponent has dominated much of the criticism for this campaign, but he spoke anyway.
The Democrats want to turn the governor's mansion blue after current Governor Glenn Youngkin defeated Terry McAuliffe by more than 63,000 votes in the last election. In New Jersey, Republicans want to prevent Democrats from retaining the state house for a third straight term, something that has not been done since 1961. Fox's Mark Meredith at Morristown in northern New Jersey.
Today is the final chance both the Democratic and Republican gubernatorial candidates have to make their pitch to voters. Early voting wrapped up, more than 1.1 million ballots already cast. But tomorrow being election day, this will be their chance to give their message out one last time. And the big issue on both sides appears to be the cost of living in New Jersey. The Democratic candidate, she has been out on the stump all weekend. Mikey Sherrill also campaigning with top Democratic leaders, including former President Obama. He rallied for her in Newark over the weekend. Polling shows Sherrill leading Republican Jack Ciattarelli by 7 points of likely voters. But remember, 4 years ago, this same man ran for the same job but only lost the race by roughly 3 points.
President Trump holding tele-rallies this evening in Virginia and New Jersey, trying to sway voters who have not cast their vote early to vote for Republicans running for governor in those states. America's listening to Fox News.
This month, Pure Talk is supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat vets struggling with PTSD. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. Sure, I like the unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and you will too. But you will love being in business with a company that shares your values. Dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The government shutdown now at 34 days. That's one shy of the record of 35 set during the first term of President Trump. Fox's Madeline Rivera has the story.
The shutdown is poised to be the longest in U.S. history, and President Trump sounds like he's not budging, telling 60 Minutes that he will be extorted by Democrats.
It's like it's not going to get solved, the shutdown.
It's going to get solved, yeah. Oh, it's going to get solved.
How?
We'll get it solved. Eventually, they're going to have to vote.
You're saying the Democrats will capitulate?
I think they have to. And if they don't vote, that's their problem. Now, I happen to agree to something else. I think we should do the nuclear option. This is a totally different nuclear, by the way. It's called ending the filibuster.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune, though, has defended the filibuster, and his position on that has not changed. The shutdown causing massive headaches at airports.
Money needed for groceries drying up over the weekend, but could it soon flow again? Fox's Christina Coleman.
Monthly benefits through SNAP paused due to the government shutdown, worrying millions of Americans. People in cities across the country have been waiting in long lines for groceries and free meals at food banks to make sure they could still put food on the table. On Friday, 2 federal judges ruled the Trump administration must find a way to continue to pay for SNAP using emergency reserve funds. President Donald Trump says he has instructed executive branch lawyers to ask the court to clarify how the federal government can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible.
Christians under attack in Nigeria. President Trump threatens U.S. military action. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Michael Waltz.
Boko Haram, that is literally burning churches, massacring people, torturing people, running them out of their homes to the tunes of tens, if not hundreds of thousands.
Ambassador speaking to Fox, and Nigeria's president responding today on X, posting, Nigeria stands firmly as a democracy governed by constitutional guarantees of religious liberty. I'm CJ Papa, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. City of Champaign continues to make strides in their effort to stop gun violence. Wednesday night was a step in working to stop these shootings before they change lives for the worse. That's why Chicago-based community health organization Activists is coming to Champaign. Last year, they stopped almost 2,000 interactions on the brink of turning violent. A jury convicting former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy of second-degree murder in the death of Sonia Massey. Sean Gracie shot and killed the unarmed black woman in July last year after she called 911 over a potential intruder at her Springfield home, sentencing January 29. The governor's taking action to help Illinois farmers dealing with the negative impacts of President Trump's tariffs. He signed an executive order declaring an agricultural export crisis. Through the order, the governor is directing state agencies to take immediate action to enhance domestic markets for agricultural commodities and support for families. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate it. We honor our law enforcement here on our radio station, the Stevie J Broadcasting, proudly support and are excited to interview and talk to our law enforcement official of the month. We're going to meet our new one here coming up in just a few moments. Our weatherman is meteorologist Greg Solier, and sir, it's bright sunshine. We fell back on the clocks, and I sure enjoyed the light this morning driving in. So
Yeah. Same here. The weather office is shining brightly out there. We had sun up at 6:25 this morning. So for the next a couple of 2 or 3 weeks around here, we'll enjoy that. Sundown 4:48 this evening.
Yeah, well, there's that.
So
there's that.
Yeah.
But I'm already counting. Let's see. This is November 3rd. So I got 27. So I am only 27, 48 days away from the shortest day. Then we start spreading it out and expanding our daylight again, sir. So
Exactly. It takes a little while. We have to get probably, I think it's into mid-January before there's kind of a net gain with respect to later sundown times around here. So, but I can agree. In our crooked numbers, I agree with that assessment and philosophy, sir.
Our weather this morning brought to you by Kurt Lenschow. He's at State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. Kurt and State Farm are there. All right, meteorologist Greg Solier. Good looking week, sir.
It is, yeah. Enjoyed while you may. We do have a little reminder of maybe more or less a Thanksgiving feel around here over the course of the weekend. Early next week, we're probably setting up our first real hard, widespread end of the season, completely, totally without discussion point of mid-20s by the time we get to maybe Monday or Tuesday morning of next week. And daytime readings over the back end of the weekend in particular will be hard pressed to get out of the 40s. So a little more late November feel. No major winter storms, not a complete lockdown in the weather pattern. Kind of a third in a string of these fast-moving systems will be moving on through. Usually the third one has a little more vim and vigor to it. No major precipitation episodes. Got some work to do still going on with dryness and drought, but going to have to wait till later in the month and probably towards really into those December around here before we get any net gain going in that department. In the meantime, 41 at Willard and Savoy, 39 at Ogden St. Joe, 43 at Rantoul, about 42 over at Sydney, 62, says the weather guy, with the average high this time of the year at about 56. Northwesterly winds will be gusty for the midday and afternoon. 36 for tonight, 63 tomorrow, 40s tomorrow night, back up to 67 on Wednesday, and we'll cool to 61 with increasing clouds Thursday. A little system brings a little dabble of rain, no big deal, Friday to Saturday, but a cool down from 64 Friday and falling in the afternoon to 55 on Saturday, when highs only the upper 40s for Sunday and Monday of next week. For DVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Every month we honor law enforcement here. Why? Because they deserve it. Why? Because if you call 911 and somebody doesn't answer, you have to defend your backyard.
Uh-oh.
We are happy to welcome Cody Hitchens from Mahomet Police Department as our law enforcement official of the month. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Get nice and close to that microphone, like
Well,
you
dude.
would if you wrestled me.
Yeah.
You wrestled at Mahomet Seymour?
Yes, I did.
Well, did you enjoy that?
I did. It was a really good time, and I learned a lot, and it was great to be part of it.
You wrestled for 8 years.
Yeah.
So that's grueling. Wrestling is grueling. Do you not have the ears? All wrestlers have those ears.
The cauliflower
Yeah.
ear.
I don't really have any cauliflower ear.
So what did you have? You wore the...
Yeah, I always wore the headgear.
Good
so.
for you. Anyway, Cody Hitchens, why, growing up in Muhammad, did you aspire to be in police? So did you ever think that was going to happen?
I always knew that was going to happen. I didn't really know which branch of law enforcement I would be in. I always thought it was going to be conservation. Going to Parkland, I realized for criminal justice that I did a lot of ride-alongs with local agencies, and I discovered that I really enjoyed the police aspect of it over conservation. And I fell in love with helping people and seeing different stuff every single day. No day is the same, and that's one of the great parts of being a part of it.
So you're level-headed.
Yeah, I would like to think so.
So you're slow to anger kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but you think things through. You're a thoughtful guy.
I think things through too much sometimes.
Okay. All right, but when you come up on a car that you've stopped, I mean, what goes through your head?
The first thing, well, it depends on what the vehicle was stopped for, but the first and utmost thing is safety, how to approach the vehicle, and identify the driver. If there's any issues or anything, then I go off of that.
I mean, do you ever see some of the crazy videos that people just don't give you the license? I mean, it's unbelievable to me.
It's happened a couple of times.
What's there? I mean, why? Just show you registration and license. That's
just be compliant.
Well, just
Follow-
that's the
follow
law.
what you're saying.
If a person in uniform comes to your window, that's what you have to do. It's not your choice.
Right.
Give me your license and registration, please.
Yeah, I come across that occasionally. As long as I keep my composure and don't give them the satisfaction of irritating me, they usually are compliant and they hand it right over after a couple minutes.
Patience.
Yeah. Patience goes a long way.
Yeah.
That's right. Stevie's not a fan, Cody, of the tinted windows and the scenario when you're walking towards a car that's very dark.
Yeah, we are not a big fan of tinted windows because we never know what's on the other side.
Why? I mean, there's some that are absolutely illegal. I mean, can you get a ticket for like illegal windows?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because you can't see squat.
Yes.
And it's not, I mean, I can't imagine
They might
approaching
have some
that.
eye sensitivity, Steve.
No, right, okay, thank you. There's sunglasses for that.
There's
Come
also
on.
prescriptions.
Right.
So,
Anyway, I just think a police officer making a stop like that, it's hard enough, let alone not knowing what you got inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so best aspect is helping people?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because a lot of the times, you probably hear this answer a lot, but we see people on their worst days, and if I can make that day better for them and try to relieve it for them, then I get a lot of satisfaction in doing so. There's other jobs that you can do that as well. In the law enforcement industry, it's something different every single day, and you meet tons of great people that just need you to be there.
The way law enforcement's been treated for the last 10 years, hopefully getting better, but it's been ridiculous. Kind of started this whole thing, and just a passion to say these people are just 99.9% right down the middle. They're good people trying to help people, but people think they're going to hurt me. They're going to hurt me. Some people are trained and taught that they're going to hurt you, so they really truly are afraid. How do you deal with that?
We try to show them that we are people too. Get down on their level. Try to connect with them in ways that maybe they haven't been connected with before from prior law enforcement contacts. If we can build some sort of rapport, that goes an extremely long way with communication and getting compliance.
Yeah. It's about, again, as you said, connecting. It's a good word, but you don't have a lot of time to connect sometimes.
Sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
Cody, do you have family that were in law enforcement? How does your family feel about this line of work?
I don't have any family that's in law enforcement. My family is extremely supportive of my decision to be part of this. My wife has been with me since high school. She has always known that this is what I wanted to do, and she's been amazing in supporting my dreams and helped me as much as she could, especially through PTI when I had to leave for 3 months and she was at home taking care of the kids and everything. She never complained about it or anything, and I can't say thank you enough for her for allowing me to have that experience.
How about the kids? Ages are?
I have one 5-year-old and one 2.5-year-old.
Wow, busy.
Yes,
It's
very
pretty
busy.
good. What do they think Daddy does?
They know I'm a police officer, and they don't really understand the full aspect of police. Just basically, we go out and get the bad guys, as my daughter says.
Absolutely.
Well, that's exactly right. And
I love that summary.
Being from Muhammad, there's a good chance you know people you're interacting with all the time, right?
Oh, yes.
Or know their families, certainly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the community. I'm from Mahomet. I've always been in Mahomet. It comes in handy to know a lot of people there. Sometimes we have to interact with people doing bad stuff that I personally know, and I try very hard not to let it affect any sort of outcomes.
You got to do what you got to do based
Exactly.
on your job. You have to handle every situation, whatever it takes to handle. That's the work.
Yep, precisely.
But you also benefit 99% of Muhammad by keeping it safe. I mean, you guys, knock on some wood, pretty low crime out there, isn't there? You have your
It's subjective, yeah.
But there's stuff that happens to need a force.
Yes.
Police. Okay.
Well, Cody Hitchens, tell us about the team at Mahomet Seymour Police Department. Pretty good people you're working with?
Yeah, we have a wonderful staff at the moment. All of them are newer, and they are excited to come to work, really ambitious and get after stuff. We're all very proactive. That's kind of the Mahomet Police Department.
A lot of focus on the school.
Yeah, we have a lot of focus
people
on the school.
A lot of people going to Mahomet Seymour High School and
we're-
grade school and elementary schools and
as you know, you probably know that Mahomet's growing a lot exponentially. We have a lot of new stuff coming to town, and that's requires
a lot
more
of
work.
business, new businesses, places to eat. That's
Yeah.
good. A lot of choices out
David
there now.
Smizer, the new chief of police, good guy.
Yes, it's going very well.
Well, I could probably get you paid more if you want to go to Chicago. I mean,
No thanks.
can you
I don't
ima-
think I'm going to go to
can you
Chicago
imagine-
anytime
Can you
soon.
imagine that, though?
It would be a completely different world.
Even Champaign-Urbana would be a lot different. They're giving bonuses left and right to come over. I mean, it's but you're real happy in Mahomet.
I am.
I'm sure they're happy to have you. Listen, congratulations. You're our law enforcement official of the month. Your voice is going to be heard on 4 radio stations for a month, Cody.
Heck yeah.
What the heck?
Thank you very much. I'm super proud to be here representing Mahomet.
Well, listen, you stay safe out there, and thanks for what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Cody Hitchens is his name from Mahomet Police Department, and he's our law enforcement official of the month here on ESPN 93.5.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teams specialist.
KO, that's a lot of skill sets.
What's your point?
Well, kickers kick, guards block, receivers catch.
Is there a point coming?
Well, yeah, you have to cover running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, kickoff and punt returners, even loose balls.
So you want to know how I'm a specialist? Simple. My job is to put the guy with the ball firmly on the ground. I specialize in firmly.
So Sony specializes in video processing. They have the skills to make any panel deliver a better picture. Better as in more color, smoother motion handling, higher contrast, everything that makes sports on TV look real. From Sony cameras and mics used on the field to showing the game in your home like you have sideline tickets.
Well, we still want you to come see us at the stadium.
Oh, heck yeah. Live football's the best, but Sony is firmly in second.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I got primo seats for tonight's Jackson State, Illinois basketball game in section 100. That's low. Way down there. It's from Ben Quattrone, Sarah Champagne. If you're interested in 4 primo seats for the game tonight, just text us Sarah, spelled correctly.
Yes.
217-359-2255 on our Fisher National Bank text line.
Number 17, Illinois, taking on Jackson State with a 7:30 tip-off.
Well, the holidays, they're upon us. Easy to forego financial plans, but maybe you need to talk to the professionals at Busey Wealth Management. Like tax planning, you got to get that done by December 31, friends. Maximize tax deductions across the board. Plan on your tax strategy for the coming year. Charitable contributions, giving can benefit your overall financial plan. College planning, you have a range of opportunities. These 529 plans offer tax breaks. Most let you save up to $300,000 per beneficiary. Retirement planning, evaluate when you'll be able to retire. Work with your financial advisor to align your spending, saving, and investment strategy. And wealth transfer, effective estate planning can save a ton of money if you just have it all laid out and planned out. and know what you're doing with your family. Start your year-end planning today with the experienced professionals at Busey Wealth Management to get and stay financially fit through next year and beyond. Just call 1-800-67-BUSEY or visit Busey.com. Investment products and services not FDIC insured may lose value. No bank guarantee. We're going to check your weather with Greg here just a little bit later on. We're going right to Fox Business now. It's our Stever offer, Bulldog Disposal, giving away $215 doggy bag and pickup 217-359-2255 for that one.
And this is the Fox Business Report.
Huggies and Kleenex parent company Kimberly-Clark is buying Tylenol's parent company Kenvue. The deal is worth more than $40 billion plus debt. Kenvue makes many other health products, including Listerine, mouthwash, Neutrogena, and Band-Aid. Kenvue was spun off from Johnson & Johnson 2 years ago. President Trump has warned that acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, is a potential cause of autism. Kenvue has called the claims baseless. NVIDIA shares are up nearly 2%. Microsoft will be allowed to ship NVIDIA chips to the United Arab Emirates. The chips will be used for artificial intelligence there. Investor sentiment remains optimistic at the start of the month, helped by the U.S.-China trade truce. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosolda. Invested in you.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
Hi, I'm Teresa Giudice.
I'm Clay Aiken.
I am Dre DeMatteo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jill Whelan.
Hey, everybody. It's Billy Baldwin.
It's Patricia Heaton.
Hey, everyone. I'm Nicole Palizzi.
It's Candace Bushnell.
Hey, everyone. It's Henry Golding. Hey, everybody's Kevin Nealon.
I'm Ted Lange, and it's time to take the quiz.
5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Pia's is the place for Illini fans. And with basketball season underway, remember to meet friends with their orange and blue on at Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue near Madison, Champaign. Enjoy terrific slugger burgers and wings and great drink specials before riding the Illini shuttle to the game as you leave a half hour before tip-off and are picked up in the Circle Drive within 10 minutes of the final buzzer. That way you'll get back to Pia's and be able to celebrate the win. Pia's Sports Bar and Grill, saying go Illini.
Protect yourself and the ones you love. Get your flu shot now. You can spread the flu virus before you even know you're infected. Vaccination is your first step to protect your family against this season's flu strains and potentially serious complications. Vaccinations available for ages 6 months and older. Visit a drive-through flu clinic at a Christie clinic near you. No appointment necessary. For convenient dates, times, and locations of Christie Clinic drive-through flu clinics, visit ChristieClinic.com. Get the shot, not the flu.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Okay, so
where do we start?
November 3rd. I'm just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. Of course, Illinois and Jackson State tonight.
Yes.
Brad Underwood talks about the game, but then I think really, I don't know who's playing. All I know is Ty Rogers is out for sure. I mean, no time frame at all because of the knee he hurt in a summer basketball game. But here's Brad.
All right, here we go. Game one. Here we go. Seems like we were just in here and season was over, and now here we go again with the group I'm excited about. Obviously, the two scrimmages, or exhibition and scrimmage, were very beneficial for us. It's exciting. We get a good Jackson State team in here, a team that was 16-4 in their league, a team that's got three really, really good perimeter players back. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Ruffin kid was a McDonald's All-American. And a kid that can really, really score the ball. He gets fouled at a high rate. Be a great test for us. And then you put Lee and McMillan with them. Gives them three very, very good, very good players that all have experience. So we expect to have to play very well. We expect to see a couple guards that are very, very capable of putting up big numbers if we don't guard them. So we'll have Tommy will play. Andre will be a game time decision. We'll expect him to try to go if he can.
That's huge.
Yeah, he's 6'7".
Well, Andre Stojakovic he's the star.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be probably our featured guy this year as far as the big dog.
Right.
So we really like to see him.
Everything with him at this point is a reaction to the day before. To see he is practicing. He's been a gradual build up to get to that point. Mihailo will be out, will not practice or will not play. Literally, like the third time he touched the ball in the Florida scrimmage, re-aggravated his hamstring.
Okay, so he kind of re-aggravated. That's weeks.
Yeah.
To get it right. Weeks.
Need to get that healthy. And then Ty's obviously going to be out. So
okay, all right. So we Ty Rogers, that's a hit.
Right.
I don't know. Brad thinks he's got a pretty good team again.
I've got the probable starters of Kylan Boswell.
Yep.
Keaton Wagler, Ben Humrickhouse, David Mirkovich.
David is actually how they're saying.
David.
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 That's
Okay.
What Tyler Underwood told me that.
And Z.
Yeah.
But
Tommy's
sitting out.
Tommy Z's brother will be in and out.
That's right.
They got him limited because of his cardiovascular.
Okay.
He's not in basketball shape yet. He had 16 days where he did nothing. So that'll take a little while. The good news about that kind of, if you're in great shape, it comes back pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But Illinois basketball, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get her done.
I'm ready.
Yes, we are. And it'll be tonight, 7:30. We're giving away prime seats, 4 of them from Sarah Champagne. Text in Sarah, spelled properly, 217-359-2255. And you might find yourself on the 100 level. That's low. 104 seats. Maybe you've never seen a ball game that close. It's so cool.
That's right.
So if you get a chance to get that, just text us now. And we got like a half hour more of the show, then we're going to make a decision. 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. All right, news coming up. It is 8:29, Champaign-Urbana, Monday, November 3. At Freedom Roofing, they stand for quality, integrity, and the American way. Locally owned and built on trust, they take pride in protecting what matters most, your home. Their expert team delivers top-notch craftsmanship with unbeatable customer service because you deserve nothing less. When storms hit or roofs age, call the name that stands for strength. Freedom Roofing, proudly serving our community because your roof should be as strong as the country we call home. Freedom Roofing, built on trust, powered by integrity. Visit freedomchampaign.com.
Hi, this is Les Hovland with Philo Exchange Bank. At our banks, we know the hearts of our communities beat with the rhythm of agriculture. Ag lending continues to be something we've excelled at for over 140 years. To you, the farmer, your business has been built on trusted relationships. When it comes to your banking relationship, we want to be your trusted partner.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump returns to CBS 60 Minutes under new ownership since he sued the network alleging deceptive editing, urging Senate Democrats on this government shutdown day 34.
All we're saying, give us an extension. We'll work it out. They've lost their way. They've become crazed lunatics. And all they have to do, Nora, is say, let's vote.
And we'll talk about the Obamacare subsidies. Former President Obama called in as the Democrats' closer in governor's elections in Virginia and New Jersey.
There is absolutely no evidence that Republican policies have made life better for the people in New Jersey.
But local issues like green energy, rate hikes, and boys and girls sports and bathrooms are driving local voters. Treasury Secretary Besson says SNAP food benefits could restart as soon as Wednesday. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A jury convicting former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy of second-degree murder in the death of Sonia Massey. Sean Gracie shot and killed the unarmed black woman in July last year after she called 911 over a potential intruder at her Springfield home. Sentencing January 29. The governor's taking action to help Illinois farmers dealing with the negative impacts of President Trump's tariffs. He signed an executive order declaring an agricultural export crisis. Through the order, the governor is directing state agencies to take immediate action to enhance domestic markets for agricultural commodities and support for families. City of Champaign continues to make strides in their effort to stop gun violence. Wednesday night was a step in working to stop these shootings before they change lives for the worse. That's why Chicago-based community health organization Aclivis is coming to Champaign. Last year, they stopped almost 2,000 interactions on the brink of turning violent. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Veterans Day is not far away, and you know what you can do? You can nominate a veteran for something fantastic. From ABC Heating and Air Conditioning, they are giving away an entire HVAC system that's heating and air conditioning and honoring our veterans this Veterans Day. If you want to nominate somebody for a complete air conditioner and furnace system from ABC, just go to abcheatingandac.com and nominate a deserving veteran as we honor our veterans this Veterans Day. That's abcheatingandac.com.
We've had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage so the driver gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants wants a job with Gale Ferrex Trucking, what would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Ferrex Trucking, dedicated diesel.
How about these Illini?
Fighting Illini family, this is Kenneth Phelan from Illinois Volleyball. We are fighting for the Big Ten crown, and we need Huff Hull rocking with that home court energy as we play the second half of conference play.
Slide, block Illinois! Here's the match, Philpott, yes! That's an orange and blue victory!
Be early and be loud. Tickets are available at fightingillini.com. Our fans make the difference, and we can't wait to see you there. ILL.
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture. Had an oven-ready Monocle's pizza last night.
Ooh.
Have you had those?
I have.
They're made, but then they freeze them, and then you put them in your oven, and that's $11. 11.
It's amazing.
Can I get a lunch for 11? Maybe. I mean, different. This is a 12-inch pizza, and it was sausage, and something's going on with Monocle's sausages. It's their special. I've just never noticed a sausage. No, totally noticeable. I'm not really a sausage guy. I love that sausage. I usually just extra cheese guy, but I would order that sausage at Monocle's. And then Janet came up with the brilliant idea. They have a dipping red sauce.
Yeah.
She thinks they should add a dipping salad dressing, the red salad dressing, in those little packets.
Yes.
And put those because that's hot stuff.
It is.
Not hot in the name of this is hot. It's just popular.
It's very flavorful when you add the French's dressing to your little squares.
You can dip about anything into that red dressing.
I know you can.
It's just unbelievable. Anyway, oven ready, $11.
Really good.
A 10 if you just want cheese. Mm-hmm. And then I cut it like they cut it because it had to look like little squares. And you can pop the Monocle squares in your mouth like popcorn.
Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
So Monocle's awesome, and we welcome them aboard. And we had an offer last week.
Oh boy, it was red hot.
Yeah,
it was like their dressing.
We had 5 locations to visit on that, and people are tapping into that over the next 7 days, which is awesome.
No, it's a lot of fun, and there'll be a whole bunch of people that are using their Monocles $50, and you can get a lot of Monocles for $50.
Mm-hmm.
Is no doubt about it. Okay, ESPN 93.5. I got this clip from a woman who says, I voted for Trump, but I'm against him shutting down my SNAP program.
I voted for Trump, and I don't agree with him taking away the EBT benefits from the American people.
So I'm starting to believe that there is a learning disability epidemic in this country. Because if I'm not mistaken, she just said she doesn't agree with Donald Trump taking away EBT benefits.
I think this guy's a pretty good explanation.
Let me say this slowly so that y'all can comprehend it and understand it. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats decided not to vote for the continuing resolution, which would have kept the government open. Instead, they allowed it to be shut down, which is interesting because they voted in favor of the very same continuing resolution earlier this year. So one would question why they would do this. Nevertheless, if the government is shut down because the Democrats didn't vote for the continuing resolution, that means funds and money that is normally allocated won't be allocated. Government employees won't get paid, and guess what? EBT, SNAP, whatever you want to call it, benefits will not be paid out and will be delayed until they come to an agreement to reopen the government. this is not Donald Trump's fault. One could even argue that they did this on purpose because they knew some of you would be stupid enough to believe that it is Donald Trump's.
Yeah, it clearly, the Democrats did this because Chuck Schumer caught all kinds of heck from the left when he agreed. And we've had a prominent senator and a prominent congresswoman both say it's the only leverage we have. So that's why. I mean, we're not supposed to say that. You're giving it away. Don't tell them you're doing it because of leverage. So there's some pain now because airports are experiencing long delays and canceled flights and stuff. Air traffic control are calling in sick, stuff like that. And
they're not getting paid.
Well, they'll get all their money, be a nice big check at the end of this thing. But why not open it? Because they won't get anyway. This I don't know how it's going to. You need 5 more Democrats. You got 3 Democrats already on board. You need 5 more to say this is stupid. Let's open it up. We're hurting people because of leverage. You're getting paid. The Congress is getting paid. Why are they getting paid? They're it's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
840 ESPN 93.5.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
So what does one do with extra Halloween candy? I should not have brought this in because none of us here need that.
Right, and I'm not a big suckers and the sweet tart kind of gal. I'm more of the chocolate.
I bought the variety packet, the Meyer. So it had a lot. I had 270 pieces, so I think I dispensed of 150.
Man.
So I gave a couple of kids 2, and toward the end, a couple of kids 3.
I just bought a bag with like 40 pieces, and I didn't
good.
realize
So what are you doing with your extra?
that our guys in my household had invaded it.
Oh.
And so then I had a third of the bag.
Oh.
And, you know, I have the spooky music,
Yeah.
and that's part of my jam. The last person, I only got 12.
Okay.
The last person I knew from across the street. And I said, well, I'm going to give you all I got and hope I don't get any more. I could shut off the light, but... And so she pulled out Milk Duds and some of the stuff that she didn't like from hers. And she says, here you go, Diane. And this is stuff I don't like. You can give them this.
Well, anyway, I think I'm going to just drop that in the garbage.
No.
What do you? I mean,
take it to a school.
Why would I do that? I might have infected it or something. You can't trust that. No, listen. I know. It's the bottom line is we
Plus
don't.
It's Smarties and it's Dum Dums. I think they could make a fun game out of that.
I think it's bad for the children to have sugar.
If you win the quiz, you get Smarties. If you got a D, you get Dum Dums.
You can find it in my trash receptacle. Okay.
All right, and thanks, Chris, for that text in. By the way, for that bit. Illinois beat Rutgers 35-13, and we have some Coach Brett Bielema to listen to.
First, just want to say thank you to the crowd, obviously, to have a fourth sellout in a row. And I knew it was going to be a little bit late arrival, a little chilly, 11 o'clock game. So, but I looked up in the middle of that first quarter and saw an atmosphere that our guys are getting used to playing in front of. And I think our guys really took that to heart this week. I challenged them about, let's do what we got to do to have a home field advantage, and thought they really did a good job of prepping. Offense, defense, special teams. This team presented some unique challenges in what they do. Greg and his crew, from a special team standpoint, bring a lot of different issues and problems, and I thought our guys answered the challenge special teams-wise, even down to that last punt that we obviously executed. And then I think offensively, Barry and his crew to let Luke have those moments, right? And I think 4 different guys caught touchdown passes today, which shows the depth and the ability of that group. Hudson Clement is a guy. I know Thursday we were sitting in a staff meeting, and Step made reference that he thought he might have had his best week of practice, and I think that showed up out there today. I grabbed him and Ashton Hollins before the game today and said, hey, I'd really enjoyed watching him practice this week, and it kind of played out. And defensively, give a lot of credit to Aaron and our defensive staff and our players, right, to answer the bell.
Yeah, they really did. They were going against the number 1 passing quarterback in the Big Ten was the Rutgers guy. Really? I didn't know that. Anyway, they did step up. It was better. I felt like Dad came home because Brett Bielema got heavily involved with defense this week, and according to NBC, who reported on the TV, they said he spent the night at the office twice.
Wow.
So they were really all over it, but they looked like they were the attacker. They were much more aggressive on defense. I love that. They were getting after it big time. They had a lot of energy. That's what we need to see every single time. And let's not diminish the fact that, our losses against Indiana, Ohio State, and Washington, I think across the board, they've got better people. They got better talent than I do right now. Washington does. Washington has a lot of athletes. Anyway, so we played really good teams to lose our 3 games. And so these next 3, we've certainly got an opportunity to win them. I'm going to be favored in all 3 of them, even at Madison in Wisconsin, where the Badgers have struggled this year. So,
right.
Okay, so that was good.
Yeah, as far as other Illini sports, we haven't really talked about how it was neck and neck with that sold-out game at Huff yesterday against Iowa. They took 3 sets to our 2. Next up will be Thursday at number 1 Nebraska at 7 o'clock for our volleyball team, and that's on Fox Sports 1. Good. And then we've got that Huff celebration on the horizon. That Centennial celebration will be a game against Penn State Sunday the 9th at 3:30. So 6 days away from that happening. Our Illinois soccer team lost to Washington 2-0, and their selection could be in the NCAA tournament a week from today on the 10th. So taking note of that. We talked about the Dodgers winning 5-4 in 11 innings and how amazing that series was for baseball fans in the big finale. We also touched on the Bears beating Cincinnati 47-42. And so now we have Arizona and Dallas and Las Vegas and Denver for the later game tonight. Also, we had the Knicks over the Bulls to give them their first loss of the season, 5-1, 128-116. I think Io's out with a quad thing.
Oh, dear. Okay.
And 3 Golden Glove Awards is going to some of our Chicago Cubs. So I wanted to take note of that, too.
Gold Glove, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Golden Glove Awards going to Pete Crow Armstrong, Ian Happ, and Nico Horner.
Nice little resume thing.
Yeah.
848.
With like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these Orange Comfort Clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. Truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com. We should talk about the quality you get at Ashley Home Store.
Because we are the largest producer of furniture in North America, we have to produce at the highest standard. So quality checking everything, up to 300 pounds on all of our reclining furniture. I've been to the factory. I've seen how they do the quality testing, and it's pretty impressive. It's kind of furniture nerdy, but I think it's fun to see how they go above and beyond. So the highest quality steel, they make their own foam, they make their own mattresses. It's the most vertically integrated furniture company in the world. And our website is ashley.com.
We've had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage, so the driver gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants a job with Gale Forex Trucking? What would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Forex Trucking, dedicated diesel.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity. Not a bad spell of weather in this first full week of the month of November. A little bit of a change expected briefly in the pattern over the back end of the weekend, early next week with some colder air on the move. Then back into another easy-to-take weather pattern for next week across East Central Illinois and the Twin Cities. A milder day today with sunshine and 62 degrees this afternoon. West-northwest wind gusty at 12 to 20 for the midday and afternoon. Partly cloudy for tonight down to 36. Partly sunny for the day tomorrow. Back up to a mild high of 63 with a southwest to south wind shifting back into the southeast. Not as chilly tomorrow night. Lows to the 40s. Mostly sunny, mild 67 on Wednesday. Cooler 61 on Thursday. That's still above average. Then for Friday, maybe a little rain in spots in the morning. Partly sunny, 64, and falling temperatures are only in the 50s for highs on Saturday. A couple of sprinkles around, then only in the upper 40s for readings Sunday and Monday. Nighttime lows by Monday morning into the 20s. For CBJ Broadcasting Ambulance, Greg Solgay.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Dryer shot, honey. I can't fix it this time.
We don't have money in the budget for a new appliance. I just paid off the credit card bill. What the hey?
I'm calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Gonna beat them up on price. Watch this.
Appliance World Sales, this is Paul.
Need a dryer? Not gonna overpay, bud, or I'll go right down the street.
Have a GE electric dryer right here for $50 a month.
Oh, sure, and with interest, I'll pay for it twice, I bet.
Not at all. No interest until 2027.
And to qualify, I'll bet I have to buy a washer and a refrigerator and a range.
Nope, no interest until January 2027 on just the dryer or any purchase over $600 on invoice.
Seriously? Let me guess, no free extended protection like you guys talk about.
Free 10-year extended protection plan is still yours.
Well, wow, I'll be right there. Just one other thing. Can you tell my wife I
beat me up for the deal? Think she's pulling in the parking lot now.
Put us down for the washer too, Paul. Wow.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana. You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Have a bunch of coverage of the Illinois basketball game tonight for tomorrow morning. Don't forget, Jay Lehman. What's he think about the bowl-bound Fighting Illini?
Absolutely.
Jay Lehman after 3 o'clock with Evan Stone and Curtis Allen.
Hear our shows anytime at StevieJay.com and tap into that podcast feature.
It's a wrap on this November 3. It's Monday, looking good for the weather all week. Thank you, Diane Ducey.
Enjoy the day.
I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Meet you tomorrow. Have a great Monday.
Teens in grades 6 through 12 have a safe and fun place to hang out monthly this fall. It's the Urbana Park District Teen Hangout Zone. The Hangout Zone is open on select Fridays from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at Phillips Recreation Center. Everything is free. Call 217-367-1544 for more information or go online at urbanaparks.org. It's the Teen Hangout Zone at Urbana Park District. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion.